Straight to
Yeah.
100,000.
Forget 75. We going to the top, and so forth. So I just decided. And before it wasn't a big deal, because we always had tourists here. But I started realizing that the more people that subscribe and comment and all that good stuff, it kind of pushes our content out, and then they get to see us, and then they get to decide that they want to come to South Africa as well. So on that note, we had somebody not so long ago come to South Africa. She's in Georgia at this point, and so I'm going to bring her to the stage. And so y'all give a good round of applause to to the person I'm bringing to the stage, and I'm gonna let her introduce herself. Here she is. There she goes.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi, I'm doing well, thank you. My name is Angie. I'm originally from Connecticut, born in New York, living in Atlanta. I've been here since 2013, and I'm retired military. Running in the rat race still, waiting for retirement.
Military. Which branch were you associated with?
Air Force.
Okay.
Don't talk about us, Mark.
No, we're gonna let it slide. I'm having a hard time holding down my love for the United States Air Force.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna let it go.
Yeah, she said let it go.
But I will make a couple snarky comments as we move forward. But
I'm gonna try to get him to behave, Angie.
I know we're the spoiled ones of the bunch.
Accept my apologies in advance.
Duly noted.
You said the Silver Air Patrol, right? Is that what you said?
No. Yeah, right.
Good one. No more. It was fun.
Too much.
So now you said you was raised in Connecticut. You grew up in New York. I do hear the accent.
Yeah, you definitely.
I do hear the accent. I do, believe it or not. How are you getting along down there in Atlanta?
I mean, Atlanta is Atlanta. The weather, I enjoy the weather. The weather is much better. And I know when I do compare South Africa weather to Atlanta weather.
Mm-hmm.
It's similar, through the season. So it's like it's not, too harsh in the winters and, fairly mild. I can go out in a sweater or something in the wintertime per se, because I'm used to the cold, right? But here in Atlanta, they're bundled up and so on and so forth. So even when I was in South Africa, I was like, oh, I think it starts getting cold there, in April?
Yeah.
In April?
A little bit later,
like
roughly about
June, July.
Late May, you start noticing that it's not as hot at night. By June, we're kind of like, what happened?
Okay.
July, this doesn't this isn't fair. We've been good and this is what happened. Then by September, we're starting to creep back up.
Yeah.
Okay. So it kind of reminded me that of Atlanta weather. That was another positive piece there. So it's pretty mild here during the winters. We've had a few cold days, but it's nothing compared to what Northeast is experiencing.
Yeah. I've been hearing things it's been passing on my phone as a notification. And then I go to the door and I look outside and I see this or this, whatever you see. And
right.
That's roughly about, in Fahrenheit, it's roughly about 85 degrees, and so forth. So, it's South Africa.
Right.
So tell me this. So why did you come to South Africa? You had all these other options. And I know we spoke earlier, that's a bird, by the way. We had all these, you told me about some other places that you went to, but why did you come to South Africa? What happened?
Well, it was more or less the ease of it. I think it was. It was just basically as if I was flying from Atlanta to California per se. It wasn't a big hoopla when you got to the airport. Of course, you go through, customs, things of that nature, but it was very smooth and very just easy, and they were very welcoming. And you stamp your passport and you keep on moving, So that's what I really appreciated. And I